Hey everybody, Carla here, and I have got to tell y'all about my last week. Last week, in and of itself, was absolutely insane. Insane. And I'm the kind of person who absolutely thrives on routine, and everything about last week threw me off my routine. We had the bad storm that came through the East Coast and all the surrounding and affected areas. So Friday was when the storm came through, but Tuesday was when I actually lost power because they ended up taking the power down throughout the whole grid. So I stayed at a hotel a couple of days. I didn't have the power to be able to take my juice with me, so I had bottled juice, and both of my parents were going through emotional crises of their own, and yada, yada, yada. All this stuff was happening last week. Business and family and all of this stuff that completely knocked me on my ass and took me out of my regular comfort zone of routine, which I absolutely love, being the type A Virgo that I am. So much so to the point that Sunday rolls around. I'm getting ready to do an interview Monday morning in a show in Baltimore. And when Sunday rolled around and I had all of this stuff to prepare for this interview, I ended up damn near in the fetal position, crying my eyes out, just completely and totally emotionally overwhelmed. It has taken me a couple of days to get back to my normal, calm, zen, juicy self. You see my juice here. And I'm telling you, when people often ask me, can I use the naked juices, the Odwalla juices to get through a cleanse? And I always say yes, because you can. It's one of those things that helps you do it in a pinch, but there is nothing like fresh juice. Absolutely nothing. It's just, hold on a second. Yummy. Nothing like fresh juice. The bottled juices to me taste so sweet, and they're so thick that by the time, I think it was about Sunday that rolled around when everything got back to normal, I had bottled juice left and I just can't face it. My point in all this is, what happens to you if you're on a juice fast, a juice cleanse, a weight loss journey, and life gets in the way? Life takes you away from that path. What happens? What do you do? How do you react to it? And that's something that I have to learn to deal with, because I'm telling you, my reaction was pretty bad. I mean, I got the bottled juices, yes, and I got my bottles of water to help me make it through, but my head and my heart wasn't in it. I was out of my routine. I let life take over. And what's important to realize is that as you're going through this individual journey for your own health, you have got to figure out how to put you first. Case in point, y'all ain't seen me for a little while. I haven't done a video since the whole Life You Want video, which was very powerful, very, spontaneous. I had to get it out. But doing my regular videos is something that I haven't done since the beginning of this particular juice cleanse. Now, part of that is because it's been really important to me to just kind of get quiet and make my way through this process. There's a lot of stuff coming up in me that's been great and has really let me realize that I have been putting a lot of things before Carla the organism. And you have to figure out how to come back from that. And I'm here to tell you that as life threatens to come in and take your focus away from it, what it is that you're trying to do, I'm gonna say the S word, and people hate the S word, but it's true. You gotta be a little selfish. You gotta be a little selfish. When everything happened last week, and I'm only kind of giving you the tip of the iceberg because there was so much that happened last week. I put me last. In the scheme of things, I put my parents first, then I put the business, and then I put me. I put other people's comfort above my own. Now, I don't have children, and at this particular point in my life, I don't have a significant other. And if I had children and a significant other, they often threaten to come before you as well. People always reach out and say, hey, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this and make dinner food for my family. And I sympathize because I empathize because I don't have that in my life and I don't know how to effectively deal with it, except to say this. What I have learned most importantly over this last week is what they tell you on airplanes. You have got to put the mask on yourself first, even before you put the mask on your children or anyone else in your life or in your sphere. Because if there is no you, their quality of life is lessened dramatically. If you're not there to take care of yourself first, then how are your children going to take care of themselves? How is your spouse going to be able to deal? And a lot of people, well, they'll be fine. Well, no, because you're not there. And you mean more to them than you think you do. Your health and your happiness affects them in ways that you have no idea how that ripples out. So it's so important to take care of yourself first. You cannot let life take over and stay. I mean, it's going to come in. Clearly, the things that happen weren't planned. Last week, I didn't plan a power outage. I didn't plan for both parents to be going through what they were going through last week. All these things aren't planned, but they can't stay. You have to deal with them and then bring it right back to yourself. And I have to tell you, when I took that moment to put everything down, everything else down, and juice, it was one of the greatest moments of my life. It was definitely the highlight of my week because it was crazy. But to be able to take it back and say, hold on. I don't care what else is going on. I don't care. I need some juice. I need to take that moment to prepare my meals, to get back to that place where I know I'm doing the right thing for my body. And it wasn't until I hadn't worked out since last Thursday. It wasn't until this morning that I was able to work out again. And then when I got out there and I was working out, I felt, oh God, yeah, okay, this is what this is all supposed to feel like. And after I worked out, I grabbed my mason jar full of juice and I was like, yes, okay, now I'm back into my routine. And that is what resonates out. Now I'm able to do a video and talk to you about my experience. And now I'm able to get my work done during the day and take the time to relax and make my 4 mason jars worth of water so I know that I have a gallon of water today. It's all of those things that ripple out that ensure that you have the best day because you started with being a little selfish and taking care of yourself. So when life comes in and threatens to take you away from your path, you've got to grab that puppy by the reins and say, nope. I got to do this for me. And as you do it for yourself, everyone else is affected. And it's all good again. So, that was my week. No more hiatuses from the videos. It's been very busy around here. I launched the 101 Juice Fast Recipes smartphone app, and it's now available on Apple. I launched it on Android too, but Android takes a little bit longer. So when the Android app comes out, I'll let you know. But the Apple app is ready, so you can download it from iTunes now. And it's more than just what's in the book. In the book, they have the recipes, and I've got my tips and everything. But in the app, there's recipe videos and top 10 tips videos and links to the blog and links to this and links to that and links. And I'm very, very proud of it. I also launched the How to Break a Juice Fast book, and we've got the 30 days for me and the boys on Juice 60. That's coming up this weekend, so we're taping for that. Oh, and if you are in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia area, on Friday from 6 to 8, we're actually having a juice bar happy hour at Puree Artisan Juice Bar in Bethesda. If you go to my Facebook page or to DC Raw Meetup Group, it's got all the details there. So come out and hang out with us. Help us celebrate our 30 days. And like I said, that's been crazy and busy. And in all of that, I started to lose Carla a little bit. And I realized that if Carla goes away and if Carla gets unfocused, all of that is worthless. It goes away. So you gotta kind of come back to yourself and mason jar it. Come back to the juice so that all is well. So I hope that's something that you can take with you today and know that even though you've got all of these other responsibilities, you're number one. I'll see you later.